Hello my friends and welcome back. It's episode 15. We are hurtling towards victory here. Hurtling towards it. Okay. Why can't I go there? Isn't that weird? Why are you telling me I can't go to that tile? Like I know something is there. That's bizarre. That's bizarre. Huh. And by the way, that's not because I did a move and then undid it. As you can see, uses left 3 of 3. Just in case you thought I had a look off camera or something. No, there's nothing there. There's nothing there anyway. So why the hell can't I just move on to that? Okay, alright, whatever. Wow, it just needs just a few more tank kills for that +1. One thing that this infantry doesn't need is infantry kills. This one is maxed out. Not maxed out on EXP though. Remember, we can go up to 4.5 stars in this. Should we just punish the anti-tank gun? Wait, why can't I select that? Stop! Stop! He's already dead! Stop it! Alright, that just leaves the Tilly. Okay, that bunker is pretty untouchable. Must have mutant stats. Like everything else here. 18 ground defense is pretty severe. Very severe. Bring on the bombs. You know what? Even though this causes damage, both of these units are self-repairing, and there's plenty of turns to self-repair them. And putting kills on infantry is actually quite difficult. You know, unless it's of course your uber killer mega Uzzle infantry, then they get kills all day long, but yeah. You can see here that despite their high experience, they actually don't have of the greatest amount of kills. Okay, let's put you in artillery mode. How far can you go? Okay. Usual formation. Artillery protected. I'm gonna presume that we're clear and that there isn't infantry just lurking in those tiles. You would think that it would have gotten involved if it were there. Okay, right, well there's genuinely nothing further to do. Drive! That recon car is not going to get any action now. It is that simple. I thought you had no retaliation. So why would you take 1 damage? Always triggers an ambush when attacked? Is that the cause? Well, it's only got 1 strength. And I guess 1 strength equals 1 kill. Sweet, that worked. Of course, if I hit it directly, it probably... Actually, no, never mind. I was just thinking it would surrender, but it would move anyway. I don't want it to surrender. I've got a million Matilda Mark IIs, and I'm never going to use them because they're not good in this game. In the war, they were a great tank. In this game, they're target practice, even with good heroes on them. They have a fantastic ground defense, but the ground defense is really not that good compared to, like for example, the KV-2's got a better ground defense than the Matilda. And to be honest, even tanks like this have got 14. And we've had that since the Spanish War. I think the 3.8 just got 16? 15. Some of the Panzer 3s have got 16. I guess it's for gameplay reasons, but it should be clear to anybody that while the Matilda was as slow as molasses and had a middling gun, the armor was just impenetrable for a long period of time unless you brought specialist weapons to put the thing down. And by specialist weapons, I don't mean the tanks of the day. I mean you brought an 8.8 along or you went home, basically. No, what am I doing? Oh, it doesn't matter, it didn't end the mission. I'm like, now I'm going to have to reload. But the mission continues. So, great. Okay, well, fine. Too eager for the kill. If there's one mistake I make regularly, it's not switching off my aggression and just knowing that I can make a capture and then just making it. Okay. Well, I guess that last town has maybe got something. Who knows? I'm leaving my infantry behind to heal. 6 turns left. We should be fully healed by the time the mission ends. Okay, recon bike, let's go. Wow, nothing. Nothing! Not a damn thing. The great thing about the old high-performance troop transport for this thing, the SD-KFZ7, is it's actually got fantastic movement, so you can keep up with your recon. I'm a fool. Like, I totally forgot to capture those. You know, I can actually move these as long as I just make standard moves and don't actually don't use the attack action. They will heal. Okay. I'll have these two just capture these 2 towns I've left uncaptured because I'm a moron, and you know, my brain really switches off on missions like this because it's like, you know, it's a gimmick mission in that, you know, there's this gimmick waiting for you here, and there's a pretty harsh defense waiting for you here. But you know, as long as you've kept up with the power creep, you can break that pretty easily. So then you go ahead and break it. And then the mission is over, and you're like, you know, you've got 5 turns left, or however many turns you normally have. And nothing to really do with them. Doesn't look like there's anything here. I mean, I'm thinking of holding my position, and then I think to myself, well, why? I could just be pressing the attack. That's a dirt airstrip as well. Oh well, there's nothing wrong with a bit of caution. Okay, I could have used the old sprint there to take that. At the risk of wasting these moves. This map is empty. Oh, lorry. Captured lorry! Woo! I think we killed them all, Sarge. Okay, yep, there's nothing left. Okay, well, somewhat anticlimactic. I'm gonna presume that these two defenses were supposed to hold you more strongly than they held me, but you know, I don't even have that great heroes for my position in this campaign. I know people out there who have got much better heroes than I've got. I have some good combo heroes in the old Surrender-matic, but that's because the hero that's really good here is Overwhelming Attack. I have like 1 million copies of Envelopment or its superior cousin, Shock Tactics. They're, you know, Envelopment is like a C tier hero, and Shock Tactics is more like B tier or A tier. Maybe B tier. But Overwhelming Attack is an S tier hero, for sure. Because it is it's Overwhelming Attack that causes the enemy to retreat, which potentially makes it surrender. All the other hero does is make it so that they can't move, which guarantees the surrender. But there are loads of ways to guarantee that the guy can't move, and thus force the surrender. But there are, you know, it's not easy to make someone move. Normally that involves applying loads of suppression to them to get them to that state where they'll move when attacked. Overwhelming Attack just bypasses that. And I only got one of them. So, you know, in terms of S tier heroes, the only one I really have is Overwhelming Attack and Double Attack. I have 1 copy of Double Attack and 1 copy of Artillery Support. Double Attack is on my Hurricane. The rest are mostly A tier stuff. Well, not mostly A tier stuff, but I got a few A tier ones like Ignores Entrenchment. I would consider to be A tier. What else? Do you know field repairs and medic have actually been really good to me for this campaign. But they're not. I mean, even in this campaign, they're not A tier, but they've certainly held their weight in keeping these KV2s functional. So yeah. I don't know, man, most of the rest of what I've got is garbage. Spanish Civil War was hero garbage town for me. I've got some lethal attacks. I would consider those to be A tier. For certain units like strat bombers and artillery. I guess 0 slots. I got a couple of 0 slots heroes. They're more like A tier than S tier. It's a funny thing about 0 slots is, you know, more units is not necessarily useful. Anyway, there's nothing left to do here, so let's just end turns. More units is not necessarily. It's not necessarily useful. It's like a 0 slots hero lets you overstrength some big unit to 15 for free. Okay, great. But, you know, would you rather have 3 15 strength tanks with 0 slots on? So you got 3 free 15 strength tanks. Or would you rather have 1 tank with rapid fire 2x and double strike and no retaliation? Because, you know, I can tell you for free that a tank, a 15 overstrength tank that you paid slots for, that has double strike, rapid fire 2x and no retaliation, is going to eat. It's going to eat whole an infinite number of tanks that don't have heroes. So it's, you know, it's one of them. It's like 0 slots is a big boost, but, you know, ironically, it does take up a hero slot that you could be using for something else that actually adds power. That, well, other than overstrength. But, you know, theoretically, you can add overstrength and just pay the slot cost for it. Congratulations are in order. Balkans has been a spectacular success. We are planning our next deployment, a high-risk operation aimed to complete the conquest of the Balkans by securing Crete. Valiant Australian and New Zealand rearguard bought precious time for the British to organise an evacuation. There was no Greek reserves to speak of. Their forces had all been committed in Albania on the Metaxas line. Athens would fall before the end of the month. Go, go, go. Yes! Let us go to the graveyard of the Fulsknemiega. You guys would never accept me skipping this mission anyway. If I remember correctly, if you skip Crete, like, it can be worth it to skip Crete, because I don't think you get a hero at the start of Crete. I can't remember, I just vaguely remember something about it. I have a few concerns, and I implore you not to dismiss them so easily. Our role is to support General Student's airborne invasion of Crete. Primary objective, hold the airfield. That's easy enough. Capture all victory hatches. Destroy 5 allied aircraft. My first and most pressing concern is with the naval transports that have been issued to us. In theory, we are supposed to use them to ship our panzers and other equipment to reinforce the invasion, but I've taken it upon myself to refuse to issue orders for our troops to board the transports. To outside appearances, I merely question the seaworthiness of them. Speak honestly, I think the risk of saying blindly to Crete is too great. I suspect the Italians have underestimated the strength of the enemy presence in the region. He's going. To victory for Germany. Oh, a field repairs hero. The HE111Z. Sure, why not? Oh yeah! I've never been so happy to see one of these. Oh, you do get a hero. And you know what? I can equip it to this. Get it repaired. Right. Well, I guess that's it for now. This will be a weird mission, so deployment's going to be interesting. And by interesting, I mean I'm going to have to reset everything. Okay, this is the new one. It's, well, I mean, he's not wrong. It's got extended range and decent stats. I'm sure that that will make enemy shipping very unhappy. But yeah, I'm gonna have to strip all my heroes off, all of my stuff. Because obviously, tanks, the artillery is all gonna be useless for this. Well, actually, anti-aircraft guns and artillery could be shipped via air transport. That is one trick we could use. If I remember correctly, the Italians got wrecked, so I'm sure that they're about to get wrecked. Yeah, okay. I'll have to, in between episodes, I'll strip all the heroes off just to speed things up. But yeah, in terms of heroes, double attack. Yeah, I'd say double attack and overwhelming attack are probably the only S grades that I've got. And artillery support, of course. And some A grade stuff. I'd say like no retaliation, lethal attack. Ignores entrenchment are all up there as A grade heroes. First strike as well, I guess, because it combines readiness with it's not as good as either. It's not as good as No Retaliation offensively, but it has a similar effect, and it's just directly superior to Readiness. So. Speaking of which, Readiness is probably going to be a grade hero in this game, on this mission, because we'll be landing aircraft, we'll be landing paratroopers with no way to defend them. So that will be interesting to say the least. All right, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.